Hello everyone and welcome back to PowerWash Simulator VR, another segment of Wash Talk. Now, I know it's been a while. Last one we did of these was back beginning of April, on April 1st actually, and it's now June 20 something, I forget. It's the end of June. Anyway, kind of ended last time trying to clean this thing, the Helter Skelter, which I finally was able to do. It took me some work, but I was finally able to clean the very tippity top of it. I had to finagle around using the scaffolding and trying to. It took me a long time, and it was very, very frustrating and tedious, and did not enjoy. Anyway, we did finish it. So Kevin Bernard, very happy with my work. An accomplished display of pressure washing, well done. My Helter Skelter is undisputably the tallest and arguably cleanest ride at the carnival, and therefore it's the best. Don't know about that. Certainly the tallest. It was a pain to clean the very tippity top. A team of inspectors have thus far failed to detect any residual deposits. Congratulations, 7.5. 7.5? Come on, that deserves at least an 8. Come on. Anyway, yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Glorious. Anyway, we can now move on to either clean the treehouse or clean the private jet. I think we should start on the private jet and maybe start on the treehouse. Perfect timing. As you can see, I've encountered a few issues with my private jet. That's what comes from flying too close to the sun, or in this case, a volcano, and the ocean. Wow. After application and discretion with my excavation drill, I know you're exactly who I want on the job. As you'll discover, my jet is not without its idiosyncrasies. I trust you to be your usual discreet self in return for an excellent rate. Blake. Alright. Let's clean Blake's plane. I can catch everyone up on everything that has been going down in this segment of Wash Talk. So, what are you doing way over there? What am I doing out here? Oh, okay. Hello, what's this? What is that? Is that a... What is that? Laser. Why is there a laser? Why is there a laser on your jet? This raises questions. But I am a professional, and I'm not going to ask questions of what you do on your... so we're going to just clean it, and we're going to move on. So yes, it's been a couple months. Ooh. Cool. Oh, wait, was this guy... This guy had the drill as well. This guy's supposed to be like a Bond villain. Dastardly. What's his name? Hold on. Who am I doing this work for? This is for. Doesn't say. Blake Thrust. Okay. Is Blake a supervillain? Have to worry about him twirling his mustache? Warning, laser. Oh, I can't push the big button. Oh yeah, there's a button on the outside, unless that's not a button, unless that's like the sensor that you use to aim it. Which it might very well be. Anyway, yes, it's been a little while since we have done the wash top. It's been kind of a slow start to the year. Not really a slow start, because I did a lot of Blade and Sorcery game. That was kind of, still technically winter. But I have started work, and work has been keeping me on my toes and keeping me very busy. So I haven't really had a chance to do a lot of recording. I did do what series? It was the Boneworks. I did the Boneworks series, which was fun. Boneworks series was very fun. Not quite as fun as Blade and Sorcery. Blade and Sorcery was my jam. It was. I do go back to Blade and Sorcery on occasion, just to kind of mess around in it. Not really to do a proper video, but just to kind of, mess around and be an absolute menace in it. This is all metal, right? I'm not going to waste any. That looks like some bullet holes. The anti-gravity booster. Oh, all these evil scientists, if they just took all their genius and used it to the betterment of the world instead of trying to take it over, things might actually be better. They're all about, I must, destroy the world, or I must conquer the world, or, that kind of thing. Only I am capable of ruling the world, and from what I don't know how to evil villain monologue. I've never considered being an evil villain, so I don't really have the experience. But, evil villains are always going on about how they could do it better. Must conquer the world in order to rule the world for the betterment of everyone. Or they're the kind of villains that are just like, I'm going to rule the world because I want control over everyone. That kind of thing. So yeah, I'll start off, I think, on this wing. Gotta clean in here too, don't I? There we go. Get really right in here. Get right in here. So yeah, Boneworks. We have since finished Boneworks. I think it's been early June was, I think, the last video I posted. Again, it's been very busy. Haven't really had the time or the energy to really record anything, and I've got my other projects in addition to work going on. I have I got my D&D stuff that I'm doing, I do games at my local library, but I also have a game I play, or not play, I run. Would you consider running playing? I mean, you're also rolling dice, but you're kind of the one who's... Would you consider DM player? That's a very interesting question. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, I've just had a lot going on, and I haven't had a chance to really do a lot of recording this spring. I think that last spring I did more recording last spring. What series did I do last spring? Oh, that's right. I did the Sushi Ben one, which was a lot of fun. Sushi Ben was a great fun one. There was the Star Wars one, which was also really great. Very action-packed. Definitely enjoyed that one. And then there was the Tiny Archers one. That was also I did in the spring of last year, which was fun. I mean, they're all those ones were fun. And the Tiny Archers was pretty fun, but there wasn't really a huge amount going on as far as story. It's just defend the kingdom from, the goblins and the orcs and all that, but really didn't... I mean, there was some lore, but compared to, say, the lore in Blade and Sorcery, where you just kept on picking up books and getting, lore dumped, which was optional, of course. You didn't really need to know what was going on to enjoy it. You just, it was optional, which I did. I didn't do a lot of it on stream. I just kind of skimmed over a lot, but I did go back and read a bunch of it in the off when I wasn't recording. So, but yeah. So yeah, last spring I definitely had more series going on, and I think didn't I also do? I did another playthrough of there we go. Resident Evil 4 VR last spring, because the previous playthrough I unlocked the infinite machine gun, the Chicago typewriter, and so I decided to just go through the game just using that, which was a lot easier, especially in the boss fights, than the other one. And, you know, of course, also with the armored Ashley, didn't have to worry about her, you know, getting grabbed or injured or anything. So, and I didn't have to even worry about shooting her because the armor just kind of made everything, you know, bounce off her. So, but yeah, this year definitely slower for my series. Busier for me for work, which is arguably better because, I mean, it is better because I do the YouTube for fun. It's, you know, something. Oh, let's say, what am I standing on? What? Oops, hello. I imagine you're keen to learn some of the specifications of the jet. I'm really not. You know, plausible deniability. So please do not message me anything about the jet. It's fine. I don't need to know anything. Thank you. I'm just going to wash it off, and if, you know, the UN asks, I was just cleaning dirt. They don't have any dirt on me, literally. I'm dirt free. At least I try to be. But yeah, anyway, better for me as far as work to be busier than to be doing a bunch of series, because, you know, that's how I make money. And yeah, I mean, summer's coming, and summer always slows down for me. There's, you know, less to do. As for those of you who don't know, I am a professional gardener. I do like garden design and maintenance and all that, and everything from weeding, mulching, pruning, all that good stuff. But yeah, there's not a huge amount. There's weeding certainly, but there's not like, you don't really worry too much about mulching or other things like cleanup and what have you in the summer. Mainly just maintenance. So, you know, like that. That is rust, isn't it? I'm gonna have to use this metal cleaner. There, I gotta clean that off like that. That's fine. Just a little bit of metal cleaner for that. But yeah, I mean, summer is always slow season for me. So summer was just started the other day. So officially, I mean, some of the days and weeks that we had the last couple months really felt like the beginning of summer. It was very hot, very warm, not humid as much, but you know. And yeah, I am looking forward to not being as busy. I can take some trips, hang out with some friends more, and do some more series, which would be nice. I would enjoy being able to do some more, because I do have a backlog of games that I have yet to play, that I've had for a while. Like, there's some games I bought last year in a sale that I have not played yet. And I think summer would be an excellent point to do that. We do have think the next series I'm going to be doing is Arizona Sunshine 2. The sequel to the Arizona Sunshine, which I played originally on the channel 2 years ago in 2024. And I played the remake last year, which was also really good, added like melee weapons. And the second game, I think, came out last year, and I did pick it up, but I haven't actually played it yet because I wanted to play. It's kind of tradition for me to play the Arizona Sunshine games during summer. It just seemed appropriate to me. Although next summer I'm going to have to find something else to play during that time. I think it was 2024. We had the year of zombie games because I did Arizona Sunshine. I did Resident Evil, which I guess really Resident Evil 4, which really aren't zombies, just like, you know, parasites. Not really undead. They're more just like possessed by these parasites. But you know, would still consider them to be not in control of their own bodies. So would that be a form of zombie? I don't know. And then we had, of course, Arizona Sunshine, which I mentioned already. But we also had, that same year, we had, it was the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, the first part. And that was in the fall. And of course, last fall, I played the second part, which was also really fun. Although I'm still kicking myself because the boss fight with the Axeman, I think I killed him too fast because he was supposed to have like some kind of thing that he was supposed to say at the end there, and I just kind of I just kept on shooting. I just kept on shooting my shotgun because I didn't realize that he was, you know, at that point, didn't realize that he was already down. So I kind of missed what he was supposed to say. And I didn't learn until later that it's like, oh, he has something he actually is supposed to say to you. Oh, well, I missed that. Oh well. But you know, that's just kind of how it goes sometimes when you're playing. It's more organic, I think, than, you know, shoving you into a cutscene and them, you know, throwing it on you that it's like, oh, you're in a cutscene now. You have no more control over your character because we've taken it away. Although that looks superficially like any other, and it's far from it. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I just won't look anymore. Although I am intrigued, but again, plausible deniability for this jet, I feel would be probably for the best. But yeah. So yeah. And then after the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, that winter we had After the Fall, which I think were made by the same people who did Arizona Sunshine. So yeah, that was kind of the year of zombies. I do like a good zombie game and a zombie movie. I think Left 4 Dead 2. Left 4 Dead, the first one, is one of the first zombie games I ever played, but Left 4 Dead 2 is, I think, my favorite zombie game. And that is also a lot of fun. My friend and I actually came up with I may have already mentioned this before on Watch Talk, but my friend of mine came up with an idea for a story involving survivors in a zombie story, but unlike, say, your Walking Deads or anything else like that, where they're surviving and they're, you know, dealing with, you know, the dead and the living. It's more just like, oh, zombie killing. It's just our 9-to-5 job. So we just go into a location that is infested with zombies. We clear them out and we get paid. And that was basically the idea that we had for it. That's the starting concept that we wanted to do. Let me just get all the little nooks and crannies while I'm here. A little bit and stuff. My dirt senses are tingling. How much money Spider-Man would make if he, instead of doing crime fighting, he did like window washing or painting or what have you, and he could, really, he could do it fast and he could do a really good job of it. But no, with great power must come great responsibility. So, he must use his powers wisely for that. Although I think being a superhero or a superpowered person and just having a normal day job would be another really fun story. Intriguing as far as just like, it's like, oh, day-to-day job where you have superpowers and everyone in this world has superpowers and they use their superpowers for work. And, it's like, oh, you are a speedster. Well, you're now in the delivery business. Go and deliver these parcels to that building that is across town and do it in under 5 minutes. They paid for express delivery. That kind of thing. Sure, probably been done before. I got completely off track with what I was saying before. Yes, so the 2024 was the year of zombie games on the channel, at least. And I think last year we only had, we had Arizona Sunshine remake, and we also had the second chapter of Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, which was also very good. I have to get my ladder at some point, aren't I? There's the cleaner. Get the cleaner for this. There we go. Take them to the cleaners. But, yeah, not as many. I think I'll have to check my list of games that I have, because there might be more zombie games in there. I have, like I said, Arizona Sunshine 2 that I think is going to be our summer zombie game for this year. Although, again, I don't know what I'm going to play next year if I don't have any more summer or like zombie-themed games in like a hot environment. And Arizona is quite warm. I'm looking forward to Arizona Sunshine 2, though, because you can have a doggo. You can have a dog in that, which I always love a good dog. In games, especially when they are not just, oh, you have to, worry about, like in Resident Evil 4, Ashley was less of a help and more of just a liability, and I much preferred the instances when she was either lost or trapped or not around, so I didn't have to worry about her, even though she's getting her back at the whole point of the game. But I like a game where the person who you are with is actually helping you out and not just there to fill space. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Arizona Sunshine 2 with the doggo. I might actually record some of that. I have to download it though. Yeah, I have to download it. But I might maybe record some of that later today. After I'm done with the Watch Talk. I don't know how long this Watch Talk is going to go. I thought I would have more to talk about, but I'm drawing a blank on other things, mainly because I don't want to talk too much about like personal stuff. Yeah, life goes on, I guess. So, how is everyone doing? All you watchers, all of you, who have tuned in to hear me ramble on. How is everyone else doing? Do you have a good spring? Have any summer plans? Send out in the comments if you have any kind of cool stuff you're doing. Last year, in the summer, my big thing that I did was I went on a road trip with a buddy of mine, a long-time friend, and we had a great time. It's actually, oh my goodness, now the end of July. It has almost been a year. One more month and it would have been a year since that. Oh my goodness, where did the time go? Where did the time go? Anyway. Yeah, so... Oops. A fuselage is made from a graphene matrix that is lighter than air but stronger than steel. Okay, cool. You're starting to sound like one of those villains from the that game I did on the channel. There were three of them. I Expected to Die. I'm starting to sound like a guy from that. So, if this isn't the plane that we had to escape from, lay their gun through it under the fuselage. Uses a state-of-the-art crystalline compound to create an energy feedback loop that instantly plasma. Oh, okay. Well, that is. I did not need to know that. Thank you. I'm just trying to brag about your scientific achievements, because I am but a humble washer, and I would not understand your level of intellect. I have to tone things down for me, maybe, so I can understand them. Like talking to a child, although I do know some very smart kids. Yeah, so... anything else I have planned this summer? I mean, I'm planning on going away. Camping, mainly. Took a camping trip with my parents, actually. Earlier this month, we went to a campground by the sea. By the ocean. It was pretty hot, actually, and although being next to the ocean did help the cool ocean breeze, but it was definitely warmer than I would like it to be. I got to try out my new hammock tent, though, which was great. It was very comfortable. Definitely enjoy it. I always slept in a hammock. Well, not always, but for the last 10 plus years I've been camping, I've slept in a hammock. And this hammock tent was so cool because it lies flat, and it has an insert that lets you, like, basically, it's basically an enclosed space, but it's big enough in there that I felt comfortable to be able to, like, move around, or even, like, turn over if I wanted to. It was nice. It was very easy to set up as well. Very easy to set up. And my parents had the RV, and it's very difficult to, for more than 2 people to stay in that RV. But we did bring the cat, and the cat is never happy about traveling in the car. In fact, my parents were leaving, and I was busy working. My mom called me and was like, "Hey, we can't find the cat. Can you bring him up with you when you come up?" Because they were going up before I was, because I was still at work. I was just going up for a long weekend. And I was like, well, why don't I come over and see if I can help you find the cat? Because I know for a fact that he would rather travel with you in the RV than in the car with me. So I came home, and lo and behold, could not find him. He was hiding because he didn't want to. You get to tell that, we were going away, or, they were going away, and he was like, okay, I'm going to hide until they're gone, so that I don't have to go with them. And then I came up with the clever idea of being like, oh, here, why don't you take the RV and go? And then I will wait here when you take the RV and just drive off out of the driveway and down the road, and I will wait here and see if he comes out. And if he comes out after you leave, I will get him, and you can come back, and I'll put him in the RV, and he can go with you, which I think he would prefer than driving in the car. But if, you know, he doesn't come out and you don't want to wait too long, you know you want to get going, then I can just bring him up with me when I go up. And so we did that, and lo and behold, when a few minutes after, you know, they took the RV out of the driveway and down the road, he popped out somewhere. And you're like, oh, there he is. So I scooped him up, and I called Mom and Dad back, and they came and put him in the crate. Although he did escape once, and he escaped and ran back to the house. He's like, well, they were parked on they're parked on the street outside our house, and so he kind of got out and he ran back to the house, and he's just like, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Because he does not like to travel in the RV or the car or what have you. He just doesn't like traveling in general, I think. But you know, it would be better than him being alone. I know he doesn't like being alone, but anyway. So I did manage to get him and put him in his crate in the RV and send him on his way. And then I went up a couple days later for the weekend, and yeah, he was just chilling. He enjoys the time. Like, he actually does enjoy camping, because we have a little outdoor, new this year actually, a little outdoor, like, cat enclosure for him that he can actually go into and be out there with us when we're out, like, sitting at the table, or just, you know, out chilling, like, reading books or what have you. Because before, we just had his crate, and we had a little backpack, and his leash and harness. And getting him on his leash and harness is a chore, because he does not like that thing. He would rather not have it on, which is one great thing about this catio that we got, because we can now just, you know, put the catio out, then pick him up and bring him and put him in the catio, and he just is just chill. He just kind of lays in there, and he has little tunnels that he can go through, and we put his food and water in there. He's content, and you know, he hangs out with us. And if we leave him in in past years, if we left him in the RV while we were out, we would have to, like I said, use his crate or his harness and leash. But if we would leave him in the RV while we were just out hanging out in the campsite, obviously going that fast through the air generates a lot of heat. Agreed. He would rather be out there with us. So yeah, we got this catio thing, and he is now happy as can be. The main issue that we are having is actually getting him, you know, in the car, in the RV, to go to the actual campsite, because he does not like it. Yeah, I think that the trick of just the RV leaving, although he might have learned, he's a smart cat, he might have figured that out, so he won't maybe come out anymore immediately after they left. Maybe he'll like wait for, you know, 10-15 minutes before actually coming back out, instead of however long. I think he made like less than 5 minutes, and he popped out after they left. No, I don't want that. I want this. Do I? Okay. I get the rest. So what? Oops. Need to. Out of cleaner. Okay, I need to buy more cleaner apparently. Hold on. Let me go to the shop and buy more metal cleaner. Do we have any glass cleaner? Okay, this I'll have it in stock. Might as well buy them all. Why not? Metal's really the only thing I use. Metal cleaner is really the only kind of cleaner that I use. Okay, I'm gonna get the ladder for the rest of that, but anyway. So yeah, I'm looking forward to camping this summer with my my hammock tent. And before, my setup was really mainly I had like a screen house thing. It's one of those pop-up screen house things that not really difficult to set up. And I have, but it was, takes up a lot of room, like in the car, traveling. Don't really need all that room anyway. So, but where is there more on this? I'm drawing a blank as to. I don't see any more dirt. No more dirt on that. That may be under it. I don't see any more under it. Okay. But yeah, I am looking forward to just not really worrying too much about taking up space in like the campsite with the hammock house, as I refer to it as. It'd be nice just to have. Oh, obviously we'll need hammock trees unless I were to get a stand for the hammock, which I think the brand that I got do sell. I don't think I need the cleaner for that. I think I can just use those. There we go. There we go. The brand that I got has, I think, stands for it. Oh, it'd be much easier with the cleaner. We'll pop the cleaner out. There we go. Aha. That doesn't look like it needs the metal cleaner. That's very good. Not seeing much dirt over here. Definitely over there, though. More here. So yeah, looking forward to more camping this year, again with the hammock tent. Especially good because if I decide to do another road trip with my buddy, if we didn't want to take the RV again, which the RV is all well and good, but my goodness, gas prices right now, it would be nice to just have something I can quickly set up and, sleep in. We were changing locations every night. Oh. Refilling the liquid. All this dirt. Oh yeah, and all that over there. I gotta get on top of that as well. Hold on. Oh. Now, I would not do this in real life. This, I think, would be very precarious, but in a video game, sure, why not? Why not? And pick it up just so I can get underneath it. And then clean, clean, clean. Clean, clean, clean. I think I clean the underside of these. Are these? This is the tail. The tail fins. What are they called? Horizontal stabilizers. Okay. So fancy. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't really have any big trips planned for this year. I did earlier this year, I believe I talked about it in my last Watch Talk, did the cruise with my parents, which was also very good, very enjoyable. But I don't really have any more big plans for this year. I know we're doing a number of camping trips. I'm probably not going to be on all of them, though, especially the ones during the week if I am working. But I'll try, if they're on weekends, I'll try to go up for like a long weekend. That's perfectly acceptable to me. perfectly acceptable. And I do love camping. Camping is probably my absolute favorite vacation, because I just love hanging out in nature with the sound of the woods, or the sound of the ocean, or just the sounds of nature, you know? Just how it is. And a friend of mine, have talked with them about camping on an island, which I think is fun. We would have to. Oops, more in here. Hold on, I'm gonna see if. Hold on, I want the short. This is. Oh, I am gonna need this. It looks like. Aha! On the bottoms. There we go. We got it. Oops. Oh, the back of that is very filthy. Yeah, so my friend and I are talking about staying out. There's an island. Hold on. Extendo. No, not that one. This one. There we go. There's a, my parents, the house that they have is on a lake, and there's an island in the middle of the lake that is owned by a neighbor who's only there, not there, not, their summer house or lake house, whatever, not where they live year round. We're going to check with them and see if we can stay out on the island, which would be very fun, because I could use my hammock tent. He actually does have a hammock of his own, not as cool as mine though, but it is like a hammock that is enclosed. It has like a bug net, which would be very good because it's kind of buggy out on the lake. So yeah, I don't know when we are going to do that, but we have talked about it. We talked about doing it last year actually, and we just did not have it done. Although I didn't have my cool new hammock tent for that, but I'd be willing to just sleep in like a mosquito net hammock. But hammock tent would be great for that, I feel. But yeah, we're going to talk about doing that some weekend, just like one night, stay overnight, and maybe there's a fire pit out there, maybe bringing some hot dogs, some marshmallows, or something else we can roast out there. And yeah, that would be probably I'm most excited for, really, is that just one night out on the ocean. I'll have to bring some other things to do, maybe some camping games, although I would be hesitant to bring anything too complicated, like any board games or heavy, but like maybe card games. Card games, or something simple like maybe cribbage. Cribbage might be fun. Obviously, I would want to bring something. We could like a little enclosure to change in, or what have you, for like privacy. If we wanted to like bring our bathing suits and like swim off of the island, because we had talked about doing this. Like I said, we talked about doing it last year, but we were originally going to stay on the smaller island, which is not as big and it's a bit more open. And end of last year, we were kayaking. We kind of went over there and checked it out, and found that, yeah, it's not a huge amount of good trees and what have you for, oh, I think I hit some, who did I hit over here? Oh, I hit N. Sorry, N. One of my plushies. I have punched. Who have I punched before? They're usually over here. Who is this? Oh, that's Doll, but that Doll is only a recent acquire. So I think who was over there before? Oh yeah, it was V. V was over there before, and I accidentally have punched V while doing VR. Anyway, so yeah, we had gone over there because the smaller island is also like town property. So it's not, don't have to get permission to stay out on it, because it's, you know, town property, and you can use town property as long as you're not doing anything illegal. Like, I wouldn't know about having a fire out on town property, although I know for a fact that people have had fires out there. And I know there have been like instances out there of finding like trash. And because when we went out there and checked it out when we were kayaking, we did find a bunch of trash and other things that were just lying there, and it's just like, oh, that's not cool, leaving trash around. This is a, you know, I mean, it's town property, but you know, they don't. It's not like they're going to patrol it, because it is, you know, it's not a huge lake, and there's really no like public access to it. So everyone who would have access to the island would be from the lake or friends of people from the lake. So, you know, they would hopefully not want to dirty up the lake for everyone else. One would certainly hope not. But who knows? You know, maybe there's some teenagers or what have you decide to go out there and drink and party a little bit. But yeah, the big island would be ideal because it is bigger and there's more privacy. Alright, so I got to the point of the cleaning where I am not seeing really any more dirt. So we're going to go over and we're going to check the like cockpit sensor. Okay, click on the cockpit sensor. And which cockpit sensor is flashing? I am assuming over here at the cockpit. So cockpit sensor, oh, this one, okay. So you're flashing. But where's the dirt? Oh, there we go. Alright. That one's done. Next, we have fuselage sensor. All these little things. These little bits that kind of go... Oh, here we go. There's a bunch of stuff down here that hasn't been cleaned. Hold on. Okay. Pressing the button. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. Moving on. What's next? Oh. Still haven't gotten that. What did I clean then? Where's the fuselage sensor? Is it flashing? It's supposed to be flashing, isn't it? Wait, they usually put fuel in these planes towards the back, right? Near where the engines are. So it's probably going to be like, what is the fuselage sensor? What's this? No vortex generator. Really? Vortex generator. Okay. So what is it up on top? Should I try to get up and look? Alright, I'm going up. Going up and looking up here. Anything? What's flashing up here? Anything flashing? Am I completely missing it? Hold on. Fuselage wiring. Oh, what that is? Wing wiring. Okay. Fuselage wiring. Okay, so it's this thing right here. But this thing. Let me unclick it. I press. There's a little bit of dirt. The smallest amount. I'm going to change this to. Just creeping around looking for. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now, the fuselage. Still fuselage wiring. Hold on. Over here? No. This isn't the fuselage wiring. But it's not flashing up here. Flashing down here? Are any of these flashing? Wait, something said fuselage there. Hold on. Where's the fuselage? Fuselage wiring, yep. Okay. Any of these flashing? No? What's this? Oh, whoa. Okay. Laser wiring. Okay. Fuselage. I did click on it, right? Yeah, so it should be flashing. Not these things. These are the vortex wiring, so it's not those. Fuselage wiring. How many were there? There were 9. Okay, is it this one up front? This one up front? No. That's fuselage. It's not this. But while I'm here, let me check fuselage sensor. That's fuselage. Okay. Fuselage. Fuselage. The whole thing of the fuselage? Apparently the whole thing of the fuselage. Okay. So that's news to me. I'm going to check underneath here. See if I am missing anything. Press the button. Aha, okay. Hydraulic, okay. Oh, my neck, okay. There we go, okay. Fuel tank mount. Okay, we're just going to here and pop up. Okay, we're going to come back to this. We're going to go for wing wiring. So there's 2 of the wing wiring, which I'm going to assume are going to be on the wing. And I'm gonna press the detect. I've detected Bert. Check the. Oh, over here. Check the wings. I'm assuming. Yeah, here we go. That's flashing. Where's the dirt on this? Didn't I clean you? Hold on. There we go. And the smallest speck that was eluding us. Then this one over here, this one also in need of... Hold on. Yeah, this one's also flashing. This one also needs to be cleaned. Although I'm not really seeing any more... There we go. Another one bites the dust. Wheels. Okay. Wheels are pretty easy. Find the one wheel that has not been properly cleaned. There we go. Oh, look at this. There we go. Simple. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Vortex generators. Okay. That was over here, right? No, wait. Vortex generators are these. So... wing wiring. Boosters. Vortex... Ah, these things. So which one is flashing? And how many are there? Hold on. There are 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. There you are. Hiding on me. There we go. This come down to just kind of looking around tail scoops. Haven't got any of them. Up on the tail, probably. I would assume. Come on, grab. Hey, grab. There we go. Tail scoops. Don't know what a tail scoop is. If I were a tail scoop, though, where would I be? Would I be over here? Are these tail scoops? What are these things? What are these things? I don't see anything glowing. I see nothing glowing. What are tail scoops? Well, this is the tail. Oh. Did I get something? What did I get? Still haven't gotten any tail scoops. Flap. Rudder. They're supposed to be flashing. But I'm not seeing any... Oop, whoa. Hold on. They're supposed to be flashing, but I am not seeing any flashing. Haven't cleaned any of them, and there are 2. Or jet engine, okay. Those, okay, that's the wing. Hold on. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any kind of tail scoops. So, yeah, don't know what I'm supposed to do from here. Those are rudders. That horizontal stabilizer. I don't see any tail scoops. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. We'll go to fuselage wiring. We now know what the fuselage is. It's this thing. So yeah, this right here. Just start cleaning here. Okay. Okay, that's done. Now we go for fuselage sensors. So we now know the fuselage is this big thing. So we just look on this and hopefully find... Oh, I see you flashing over there. And now we just need tail scoop. But I don't know, for the life of me, I don't know what tail scoops are. I'm not seeing anything flashing. It might also be because these things are... Hold on a second. Tail scoop. How what these are? Oh. See, the issue that I was having is that they were white, and they were flashing white. And there we go. That's it. Job complete. Clean, 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 clean. Another exemplary example of power washing. I admit I was skeptical of your prospects of cleaning stains created at such high temperatures, but once again you exceeded my expectations, so I'm exceeding yours. Feel free to use this hanger for any larger odd job that you may pick up in the future. Well, that's nice. Alright, the only other place we have to do is the treehouse. Hunter Lode. Great River Country National Park. You probably think I built this filthy treehouse deep in the forest because I let myself go. But actually, it's because I'm searching for the missing link. Problem is, whilst I'm out looking for them, and even sometimes in the dead of night, pranksters come all the way out here, hollering unearthly noises and chucking stinky mud around. A few times now I've slid down the steps and clean off the edge. Of course, I've got the reflexes of a mongoose, so I always land on my feet and never break no bones. Never break no bones, so you break bones? Oh, that's unfortunate. But it's probably time to get the place hosed down all the same. Thanks, Hunter. Start job. Oops, over here. Facing the wrong way. And you're over there again. Don't know why. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness, my... does not like looking at that. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but it's very, like, when I turn, everything goes... morning, private property. No visitors. Oh, here we go. Okay. So as long as I'm not looking at it, it's okay. But if I'm looking at it, then it starts having a seizure. Or it starts causing me to have a seizure. I'm very fortunate I'm well adapted to VR now, because that may have caused me to just completely lose it as far as my VR. Ooh, keep away and stay out. Yeah, yeah, that is making me very uneasy. So if I am not looking up, is it better? It's a bit better if I'm not looking up, but so I'm looking around. Oh, there's a bunch of different scaffolding. Oh yeah, because we're cleaning underneath it too. Yeah, oh, this one is probably going to be a pain to do, but as long as I am not, like, if I'm looking this way, it hurts. But if I'm looking this way, it's not as bad. So maybe if I just kind of keep my back towards the center of it, it should be just fine, hopefully. Any case, we're going to just kind of go up and take a look around. I have never stayed in one of these types of tree houses, but it's on my bucket list. So how did my steps and my ladder already get up here? Oh, nice little seating. I thought there was like a ping pong table at first, but no, I think it's a work table. There's like a clamp, whatever you call that. Vise, thank you. Can I go in? I cannot. Alright. Well, this will probably have to wait until next Wash Talk, which who knows when that will be. Maybe it won't be until, the fall. Who knows? I would love to get back. Oh, that's very pretty. I'd love to get back to doing it once a month again, but yeah, it's not that easy with a work schedule. Like, well, again, summer's here, so my schedule is going to be less busy. Oh, there's a barbecue. Why would you have the grill all the way down there and the seating for eating here? I think you should put the grill over here and maybe put the workbench down here. Oh, there's a picnic table down here. Okay. Well, that makes more sense. I think you'd want to put the grill over here. Anyway, we're going to call it a part here. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time. Hold on. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!